Yo, what's going on YouTube? Like I said in my last video, here's my impressions on the Resident Evil 6 demo. Now, I pretty much came into this demo with the absolute, lowest expectations possible. I've been, seeing what everybody's been saying about the game. They've been saying it's utter dog shit. I've been watching footage of the demo, before I even got my hands on it, and I was like, wow, that looks, pretty freaking terrible. That really doesn't look like Resident Evil. But of course, before I put out a video giving my thoughts on it, of course, I would have to try out the game myself. So I did, and let me say this, it's not as terrible as I expected it to be. And it's not as terrible as everybody is making it out to be. I will say that. But don't get me wrong. This isn't me saying I enjoyed the demo. This isn't me saying I think it's a good game. For me, I'm pretty much middle ground with this. I think it's mediocre. I'm kind of middle ground, but more on the lower end of that middle ground. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of where I am with this game, because like I said, it wasn't terrible. Everything works. It's just that it's such a huge, deviation from the Resident Evil, formula and franchise that it kind of, just slaps the, old school fans in the face, people who've been playing it, since the very first game, Um, speaking about, specific things about the demo, things I like, the AI is pretty good. Now, I've seen a lot of people talk about how the AI. I've seen a couple people talk about how the AI is, still just as stupid as it was in Resident Evil 5. But I'm speaking from, my playthroughs of this demo. I haven't had any problems with the AI, so I really don't see what those people are talking about. My AI partners, they kill zombies, by themselves. They help you out immediately. They don't stand there. It just look at you like a dumbass, like Shiva did in Resident Evil 5. The AI is, spot on for me, and according to my experience, I haven't had any problems with it. Um, what else? The freaking ammo system, like all the times I played through this demo, I've done the Leon part twice, and I've done the other ones like a couple of times each as well, and I really never ran out of ammo, you know. I, I never really ran out of ammo. And watching the footage right now, like, reminds me of another thing. Like, the melee is a tad bit overpowered. Now, there is a limit to how much you can kick or whatever, at the zombies and whatnot. But by the time you get tired, you could clear a whole horde by kicking the shit out of them. It's just kind of ridiculous, and it's kind of crazy because this is Resident Evil. It's not supposed to be like that. But yeah, back to the ammo. The ammo is way too abundant in this game. Way too abundant. As you can see, I go through this whole demo, without running out of ammo. I mean, I do run out of ammo for like 2 seconds, but I just open up a drawer, just find some more, then I'm, just good to go. But I never just have to run away or run around or melee my way through because I ran out of ammo. You could find ammo everywhere. The zombies drop them frequently. They're in every drawer you open up, every chest. All that stuff. Ammo is just everywhere. And speaking about the herbs, the herbs, like, you don't need them. You don't need them. As many times as I've played this demo, I haven't had to use a single one. So you have abundant ammo, and then your healing items are useless because you don't need them. And those, like, have been the two biggest things about the Resident Evil franchise. And Capcom has pretty much rendered them useless and irrelevant with this game. Like I said, it's just kind of a slap in the face to the people who love, the core Resident Evil experience, the fans who have been there since the beginning. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say. Oh, well, things have to change eventually. Franchises have to evolve. They can't keep it the same forever, or else it's just going to, still like Call of Duty. I understand that, people. I wholeheartedly agree with you 100%. I am not denying that. But as I have said before in my Call of Duty videos and the video I did on the new Super Mario Bros. Series, it is possible to evolve your franchise and yet still retain, everything that the fans love about it. You see what I'm saying? And I like to use Smash Bros as an example because Smash Bros is pretty much a series that pretty much everybody has played, and I don't really need to explain. You see what I'm saying? I really don't need to explain what I'm saying because you guys have played all three Smash Bros games, and you know exactly what I mean by they're different yet the same at the same time. They're completely different, completely, yet they're still the same. So don't give me that bull crap that of course it has to be different. There's nothing wrong with your developers taking their franchise in a different turn or whatnot, but like I said, it is possible for them to still keep it familiar. With the hardcore fan base that franchise has. It can still retain the core values that they know and love. It's not impossible, people. Stop making excuses for the developer. And then, it's Capcom. They have an unlimited freaking budget. They can do whatever the hell they want with their games. But, it really just feels like this is another one of those examples where a developer takes their game, they kind of, mainstream it a little bit more so, a little bit of the Call of Duty, fan base could kind of, get into it and everything. This is what this demo kind of, made me think about what Capcom is trying to do with this, because it definitely does, it's a lot more action oriented. You see what I'm saying? Just like Resident Evil 5. But that's pretty much my impressions. As I said, it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not good. Like I said, it's mediocre, which is bad for a Resident Evil game. But if you forget that this is a Resident Evil game, then yeah, it's a good game. It stands up well on its own. But if you're constantly saying this is Resident Evil, this is Resident Evil, then yeah, the game is extremely mediocre and underwhelming. And of course, I'm basing this off the demo because, of course, that's all I played. So everything I'm saying, guys, is based off the demo. So, just keep that in mind. But that's pretty much all I want to say. That's pretty much all I want to talk about. Did I leave anything else out? Oh yeah, another thing. You can really just sprint through a horde of zombies. You do not have to sit there and fight them. Now, in spots like this, where I'm waiting for a door to be open, of course I have to, fight through them or whatever. But, later in this footage, I actually, just ran through two hordes of zombies because I didn't feel like dealing with them, I didn't feel like fighting them. So I literally just held down the X button and L1 and I just sprinted through them, like just flawlessly, like no problem. None of them, stalked me, none of them swiped at me, nothing like that. Just kind of ridiculous. They're taking the whole, like I said, they're taking the whole survival horror, out of it, It's not scary. It's not much of survival anymore because you have freaking ammos, galore. And, you have freaking unlimited health for life. You don't need healing items and whatnot. It's ridiculous. But, that's pretty much my impressions. That's all I want to talk about. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you fools later. Peace.